Morning guys,
Hey!
welcome to another video. As you probably figure out from a few previous videos we created about Bali, it's one of those bucket list destinations.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone has to visit at least once in a lifetime. This small island is home to an incredible culture,
Nature.
volcanoes,
Yeah.
wild beaches and some of the friendliest locals you will ever meet. However, there are some things which you should avoid or things you should not do in Bali.
And we wish we would know before we came here.
Exactly, and as we've been living here for already a few months, good few months, we decided to put a smaller list for you guys so you can avoid doing those mistakes. Also, at the end of the video we have a little surprise for you, and actually we have a one pro tip what to do in Bali in order to perhaps save some money. Alright guys, let's start with first thing what not to do in a Bali, and that's don't ever hold your phone in your hand while riding or driving a bike, or carry a bag on the side
yeah.
while
Don't.
driving a bike. We live in very difficult times that has caused a slight increase in a petite crime in Bali. And we hear quite a lot about small snatches, either phone snatches or bag snatches while people are driving on the bike. So make sure you put those things inside the bike where the storage is.
And always carry your phone as close as possible to you, because sometimes you might think you have it in between and nobody can take it from you, but that's not true.
Right, number two, don't ever do drugs in Bali. And also, before coming to Bali, make sure you check the list of illegal prescription pills as well.
Yeah, and substances.
And substances as well, because some of the prescription pills which you have for either pain or anything else, which are completely legal in your own country, are illegal in Bali.
Exactly.
And punishments, Bali is notoriously known, or generally whole Indonesia is notoriously known for punishments for drugs. So please do not even go anywhere around the people who either carry or or anything similar. Avoid drugs at any cost, because the best case scenario you will get 15 years, the worst case scenario you'll get a lifetime or be even executed. It's not fun.
Yeah, and pay attention to what you bring into a country, because for example things like CBD oil, CBD pills and everything is considered as a drug
and
here.
many more, so double check that guys. Another one is don't ever drink tap water in Bali or whole Indonesia.
It's like a common sense here.
Yeah, and we believe common sense in many other countries. Try to avoid ice as well. However, ice is getting better now, mainly in big restaurants. Ice is pretty safe, but don't ever drink tap water. It's not safe to drink. The easiest way is to buy either bottled water, but if you care about the nature and the plastic consumption use,
we recommend you to buy a big gallons of the water.
Yeah, they sell it here, 19 liters water, refillable water.
And always use your reusable bottle.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Now this point is one of those we would love to know about before coming to Bali for the very first time, and that is don't ever leave money exchange without recounting your money again. Recently there's been a spike in people getting scammed while exchanging their money, especially in a small money exchange offices. So always when they give you hand money, and even if they count in front of you, trust me, their hands are really quick. You're not gonna notice.
You get lost,
So always when they hand you the money, always recount before leaving. You might be sometimes surprised what you get. This point has something to do with the Balinese culture, and that is never use your left hand when greeting somebody, when passing, giving somebody something, or taking something from somebody, or even doing any important gestures.
Yeah, or handling the food is important too.
Yes. Always use your right hand. Left hand is considered in Bali as a dirty part. So they rarely use it, and if they use it for something like a toilet, for example, and that's one of the reasons why they would not like to shake your left hand or touch your left hand.
So avoid using your left hand.
And once we are talking about the toilets, we will continue with another don't, and that is don't ever chuck used toilet paper into toilets. Bali or Indonesian sewage system is done completely different, so it's gonna get blocked, it's gonna get stuck.
It's made only for a human's waste.
Yes.
So never chuck any tampons, anything like that. It's just for a human's waste.
They have a little trash bins. You put it there. Now, your question, and I do understand what is your question, because our question was the same. How do I not use a toilet paper even after number 2, for example? They do have these kind of so-called bum guns, which are like a high pressure of water. You use it to wash yourself down there. And we at the beginning were very skeptical.
I was
we were like, it's quite weird. I never done it. I always use toilet paper. But guys, this is the greatest thing in the world.
It's a life changer. Once you try it, you understand the purpose, and it's difficult for you to use toilet paper again.
So, in other words, you always wash yourself down there and then just use toilet paper to make it dry and then chuck it to the bin. How, if you would step into a dog's poo, would you rather to have it cleaned with paper or with the water?
Probably water.
Probably water, and that's why they use water instead of toilet paper. Now, we do understand some of you might be coming to Bali not only to rest and relax, but also to have some fun and maybe party a little bit. And we're talking about consumption of alcohol, and in particular Arak. So our best advice is do not drink Arak.
Try to avoid Arak. It's a local alcohol made of what?
Parts of palm tree. It is
so
completely illegal in Bali, and many locals are using it even while having a ceremony as well. However, in smaller bars or restaurants, they very often mix it with methanol instead of alcohol, and that leads to many poisonings, which can actually lead to blindness and death. Trust me, Arak hangover is probably the worst you would ever experience. Try to avoid it at any cost. Always ask if there is Arak used in cocktails.
Because very often they have cocktails on the menu, but they do not specify what alcohol is in a cocktail, and most of the time it's Arak.
And that's why cocktails are very often very cheap, so there is a reason why your cocktails are cheap. Now, while having a lot of fun and exploring the Bali island, this is our very, very honest advice. Do not ever come to Bali, or generally do not ever travel without travel insurance. And this could be a little odd from us because we are affiliates with really good, or actually the best travel and medical insurance we ever heard about, and it's called Safety Wing. Link is in the description, guys. It covers COVID. It is your best friend while you are away from your own country. So make sure you always do have a travel and medical insurance while traveling around. Balinese or Indonesian hospitals are notoriously known for super high prices, and especially for foreigners.
And you don't want to pay that.
Exactly. It can literally damage all your holiday, so make sure you are covered. Now, it is very common in Bali or whole Indonesia to negotiate the price.
But do not negotiate too hard.
Yes, you need to realize most of the people who seem to do business in Bali are basically just surviving from day to day.
They need to feed their families at the end of the day, and something, if you save a penny, it might be taken away from their pockets.
Yes, so we only ask you to have a little different perspective on that. Because if you will save $1, which sometimes does not mean nothing to you, it actually can feed a family for half day, or can give a meal to the family of the person who is selling you something. So please be very sensible with negotiating, and don't try to go too hard. Don't try to
look at the things different way.
You are going to explore, for example, going to waterfall or any other attraction, don't ever go midday.
It's the hottest part of the day, and usually it's when everyone goes, and it's super crowded. We would recommend you to go early in the morning.
As early as possible, even at 6-7 a.m. You will be first one who comes. You will have a whole waterfall for yourself. You can make a picture, you can make a video or whatever you want.
Yeah, and you will be leaving actually at the time when everyone arrives.
You will be glad you listen to this advice. You know this example when you think this is paradise, you see it on the picture, just a waterfall, beautiful, you know, you plan whole your trip, then you come there and car park is loaded with the cars.
It's not reality anymore.
Exactly, and that applies to anywhere you go. Always go very early in the morning.
Yeah.
And the last thing you should not do in Bali is please do not step or touch small local offerings.
Yeah.
Balinese are very often living in the middle of the road. They are called Kanang Sari and they are part of their religion, part of their tradition. Little colorful squares you see literally all around Bali.
You will see them definitely. Try to walk around, don't step on them or drive around them.
It is pretty disrespectful to even touch it or step on it. Balinese really love it and it's part of their religion and tradition. And we wanted to say, please don't, that's biggest don't. Please do not ever disrespect locals, Balinese, Indonesians.
Yeah, they are super nice, kind and sweet people, and very often tourists and foreigners who live here start to disrespect them just because of their characteristics.
Yes, so they are basically using the fact they are too kind, too nice, and very often we've seen people are treating them in a horrible way, and that is not fair. These are one of the kindest people you will ever meet, so be respectful. They have a different traditions, they have a different religion, things are done differently in Bali, but you are a visitor here, please remember that and be respectful and you will have the best time of your life. Now guys, before we will get to the promised secret tip we mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you wanted to buy us a coffee, if you enjoyed this type of content, you can do so. Link is in the description and we both absolutely love coffee, so thank you very much for that. Now the secret pro tip and actually think you should do in Bali or Indonesia is when booking the accommodation either on Agoda, Airbnb or Booking or any booking platform, use it basically as a search tool rather than to book something. The best way how to book something is to find accommodation where you want to stay and then find their number, WhatsApp number, and contact them directly. Always. Guys, we promise you, we've been here, we've been doing that, and prices are almost always completely different than you have on those booking sites, and 90% they are lower. This is how it works here. I don't know why exactly, but anytime you contact a hotel or even a guest house or any of the business
you might get a better deal.
Price is always lower, so get in touch in person, you will save some money. Alright guys, so this has been it for today. We both hope you enjoyed today's little tips and tricks on things not to do in Bali.
And maybe learn something new.
Yes, let us know in the comments which one was the most surprising one, which one we did forget perhaps.
Write it down
or
below.
Any other questions you might have in the comments. We both thank you very much for watching and we will see you in the next video.